It says the description of the extreme heat warning, the what, all caps what, for the extreme heat warning, dangerously hot conditions with heat index values up to 110.
Whew.
Uh, where, all caps, portions of southwest Iowa, east, central, northeast, and southeast Nebraska. When
Someone went to English class.
for the extreme heat warning until 9 p.m. Central Time this evening. For the heat advisory from noon to 8 p.m. Central Time Tuesday. Impacts. That's a curveball.
Good movie.
Just impacts, not deep impact, just impacts.
Just impacts. It's the sequel.
Multiple impacts.
You thought one impact was bad.
Well, it was deep, but now we got multiple. Let's see. Heat-related illnesses increase significantly during extreme heat and high humidity events. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses.
Such as. That should be in bold. Such as
heat
stroke, dehydration.
Well, today was just an extreme heat warning. Tomorrow is a heat advisory. I don't know the difference. Oh, today's was severity was severe.
Severity severe.
It says significant threat to life or property. Now, a message from our sponsor. Are you interested in breaking into voiceover or elevating your sound, but on a tight budget? This could be the perfect opportunity.
Mike Payne is a seasoned voiceover expert with nearly 40 years of experience and is dedicated to helping talent shine. He offers top-tier demo reel production for just $250 per reel and personalized coaching at $30 per half hour. This is ideal for beginners and seasoned pros alike.
For a limited time, listeners who mention this amazing podcast, Return podcast, can unlock exclusive perks.
What are those perks, Christian?
Well, Damien, let me tell you. The first 5 people to book one-on-one coaching receive an additional half hour free, and the first 5 to request demo reel production get $50 off. What a deal.
$50 off. Now, those are steals, baby. Do not wait. This offer won't last long. Learn more at MikePayneVO.CARRD.co. That is Mike Payne with an E. Feel the pain at MikePayneVO.card.co. Now, back to the show. Okay. Has your roof started melting yet?
No, I was up in the attic earlier just to make sure like it wasn't dying or like melt. But no, it's a little warm, but got a dehumidifier going up in there to
double time that. Put one on, put the dehumidifier and the humidifier on.
Make them fight.
Yeah, see who wins.
That's oh god, whose joke is that? Someone
mine, clearly. I just said it.
No, like an actual good comedian.
Anyone's better than me.
Pretty much. They've actually had the balls to go on stage.
Yeah. Well, what's the impact of the heat over there? Whining on the podcast. How's that taste? You
just complaining about the weather.
Fucking complainer.
Well, when they say like, "Hey, you could," when the severity is severe,
they mean business. It's not often they replicate the same word twice to let you know how severe something is.
Yeah, and of course, the greatest Nebraska fashion. On Friday, the high is 78. So
beautiful. Well, at least it'll be the weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
I myself am just beating the heat with a nice fridge cigarette.
Abby, because I told her you are going like clean, as I'm going to put it. That, but fridge cig usually refers to a Diet Coke.
It does, but we just use it interchangeably because we don't have Diet Coke, but it still hits like a ciggy.
Just start smoking actual cigarettes.
I have considered that. but then it kind of defeats the whole purpose of what we're trying to do.
Well, so here's the thing: is I know cigarettes are very clearly bad for you. It's the carcinogens and that. Is nicotine on its own bad for you?
Okay, so nicotine is the bad thing. I've actually had this very conversation because I've always been curious about it. I don't think tobacco is the issue.
I think it because you're inhaling.
I think it's the nicotine is the issue.
Well, no, the nicotine makes you addicted.
Right.
But I think actually what's bad for you is the smoking of like the carcinogens.
Yeah, but then that would be the way I see it is that all of the additives that they add to cigarettes is what is killing you. I think the tobacco itself is basically just like the marijuana itself. If you don't add anything to it, it's just a plant. So yes, naturally inhaling smoke isn't good for your lungs, right? But the actual shit that kills you like significantly faster is the fucking rat poison that they put in it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know enough about cigarettes too. But my point was going to be like, what about if you just did nicotine gum? Like, is that as bad?
Yeah, just always chewing nicotine gum.
Or had like patches, always getting a little buzz on with a nicotine patch. They're like, sir, are you trying to quit smoking? I'm like, nope, I'm just looking for a good time, baby.
Just partying, baby. I'm just sober. Trying to feel something.
Well, because yeah, that's also like, because I know like chewing tobacco, I don't know if they add anything, but that's supposed to be bad for you too. So it has to be the actual tobacco leaves. I don't think they add.
Well, from what I understand, and keep in mind, I went to Catholic school for a long time, so this could just be the DARE program at work here. But I was told that chewing tobacco has like fiberglass in it, and so it like cuts you open, and then it like delivers the stuff through your bloodstream that way. But again, I think there's like chemicals and there's like nicotine and shit like that in there that's causing the bad shit. I think tobacco itself is rad as fuck. It's like from the earth, man.
Well, no, so there's also a difference between, I guess, what we say as chewing tobacco. So what you're referring to with the fiberglass, which I don't know if they still do anymore, but there is like, or like what we call like dip, like a can of, but then there's like actual chewing tobacco is just like tobacco leaves, and you kind of like munch on them like gum.
It's like that's the kind that's like good for you, right? Or like
I still think it's bad for you though.
Okay, everything's bad. I mean, diet soda's bad for you too. You know,
that's true
because of the chemicals. Again, like aspartame. You know.
So okay, according to just Googling, is nicotine bad for you? The summary is, while nicotine itself isn't the primary cause of some of the serious illnesses linked to smoking, its addictive nature keeps people using tobacco products that contain dangerous chemicals like tar and carbon monoxide.
But I think that contains those things. It's not made up of those things.
Let's see. So nicotine's fine. And answering my initial question.
All right, I will just get the compound of nicotine.
You'll just get the gum. You'll go to Walgreens.
7-Eleven, baby. Get that in a can of Brunschweiger. Nice Diet Coke. Ready to roll, baby.
I heard Braunschweiger. I was like, the deli meat?
Yes. When I was growing up, I always thought Braunschweiger was like a drug, like something that you shouldn't have, like a drug or something.
It kind of has an interesting name. Like, just, it does sound like a word you don't hear a lot.
It sounds like a stinky Batman villain. I am Braunschweiger.
He's also German.
He's like, yeah, I'm Braunschweiger.
Also, apparently, tar is present in tobacco naturally.
Your face is tar.
So, tar accumulates. Yeah.
Why don't I just start smoking? Back to the original question. Why don't I? You know what? There is no good reason not to smoke cigarettes. You're right.
That's what I'm hearing. And you look pretty cool. Well, we've discussed on earlier episodes of looking cool while smoking. But
I won't, but I think I'll grow into it.
Yeah.
I think the more I do it, the cooler I'll look.
Gotta get like a leather jacket.
Yeah. 95 degrees. That'll help. I'll look way cooler that way. Just dripping sweat and wheezing. Yeah, man, I'm trying to be healthier.
You know how bad alcohol is for you? That shit will kill you, man.
I'm just trying to avoid the fetal alcohol syndrome, man. You're a little late on that one, buddy. Speaking of science and shit, dude, I have been like screaming at social media lately. I have a new pet peeve for you.
Okay, go for it.
I can't go 30 seconds on Instagram or any of the social medias without seeing it's just like a stagnant picture, and it just has text, like a text on it that says science says or science shows or study shows, and then it's just a random fact that isn't science. It'll just be like science shows that jerking off your podcast co-host will make you live an extra 7 years. And I'm like, well, I guess we should start doing this in person then. Like, I get 7 bonus years for jerking off my buddy. Like, all right. But I just see this shit all the time. Like, science shows that.
That technically is science, though.
Where's the study? There's no links to anything. It's just.
Well, they need to cite their sources like we do.
Yeah, there's no sources. There's no, like, links to anything. It's just a broad statement of, like, just
Are they
random.
supposed to be like memes, or are they supposed to be serious?
I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I'm just so old. I don't get humor anymore or something. Like, I don't know if those are jokes, but if they're jokes, nobody is saying that they're jokes. It's just study shows that mice can live 7 times longer if you feed them fruit by the foot. It's like, what are you talking about? There's no studies there.
I feel like AI wrote these.
I think maybe I'm fallen victim to one of the natural plunders, so to speak, in Princess Bride terms.
Just study show. No, I've not seen any of that.
Really?
Our algorithms must be different.
I guess so, but I am fed up with that shit, dude. I'm like, either cite your sources so I can see what the study is, because I want to learn how to live 7 years longer, and I promise you it's not from eating 1 tablespoon of sticky rice.
1 tablespoon?
I see the science. A study shows that visiting Thailand improves your mental health, your serotonin by 7 months or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no study for that.
They asked one guy. He's like, yeah, Thailand was pretty cool, man.
It was one of the fucking Thai monks that got arrested for doing meth. Did you see that story?
No.
Oh, I texted Jeff about that one. I was like, no wonder you were a monk, dude.
They're just giving you meth.
Well, that's one of the things that he was telling us is like, one of the things about being a monk is, you know, the people essentially tithing, like what you do in church. They come and they feed the monks and they give them stuff. And I guess collecting meth was 4 out of the 12 monks at this one temple. That was their side hustle.
Was this in Thailand?
Yeah.
I feel like meth is a very like American thing. I know they also have it in Australia, but like meth feels like it's ours, especially the Midwest,
especially Iowa.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. My algorithm is all over the place right now, but those studies show those science things. I'm like, I'm about to just get rid of social media if I see one more of those things.
Yeah. No, I don't know how your algorithm got on there, but I don't think I'm on there. I'm not on that level.
I blame Joe Welch.
That sounds about right.
Joe Welch is poisoning my algorithm. Now, every time he sends me something, I just go, I'm not clicking that. Because I know it's going to be something that's just somebody getting ran over by a bull or like something that is just... Oh, the things that he's been sending me lately are just guys who are trying to be influencers but aren't. Like, they don't have the following or anything. It's just guys screaming at a camera about how you're not grinding hard enough.
So he just sends you the clips of this podcast.
Exactly. It's just me over and over again. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to click that. I already have it open.
I see this every day above the bathroom sink. You'll be better today.
I'm looking at it in the mirror, son.
Who's messing with the man in the mirror?
It doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Change his ways.
Oh my god. Welcome back to the Remain Rome Return podcast, everybody.
14 minutes in, baby.
Is that our longest bit to start?
We went a lot of different directions, but probably
Yeah.
It's,
long way around to get to the beginning, huh?
That's what happened.
That is. You want to summarize what happened the last 14 minutes? It's just.
Well, we talked about the weather as we usually do.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Damien's pet peeves, and now we're back here, and then we're talking about the weather.
We're talking about the weather again. Talking about pet peeves. Talking about science or lack thereof. Maybe it's just a lack of science that I don't like.
And I think if it does have a source, it's just like, trust me, bro.
Yeah. It really is. It's just like you just have to read it and move on with your day. It's like, but that just 30 seconds of seeing that is now stuck in my brain. Now I can't stop thinking about it, and I didn't even care about it.
Or if it is, like, it's definitely not a legitimate, like, scholarly source. Like
Scarlet Letter?
Scarlet Letter. Talking about books.
Is that Hester Prynne?
I don't know.
I think it is. Look that up. Hester Prynne, baby.
I never read that, actually.
My number one bitch.
It's your favorite author?
No, Hester Prynne was the character.
Oh. I did see Easy A, and I was like, that's probably close enough.
I do love it. I got a pocket. Love that. Love that movie. Classic.
That is, yeah. That's early Emma Stone.
Critically acclaimed. I'm back on my critically acclaimed bullshit. Now anything that I really like is critically acclaimed again.
I haven't watched Benchwarmers yet this summer. Usually it's one of my summer go-to movies. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's on streaming on anything or not. I should look
It used to be on Netflix, but Netflix has a habit of taking all of my joy away from me.
Benchwarmers, they're like, we can't have this anymore.
Yeah, Damien has watched it on repeat way too many times. We can't possibly pay that many residuals for this movie.
I can't remember if we've talked about it or if I talked to Abby about it. Of like, does it feel like a movie where like originally it was supposed to be Adam Sandler's, but he was like, I'm not doing this. And
probably.
Like, he's like, give it to Schneider. Give it to Rob Schneider.
Give it to Schneider and Napoleon Dynamite. They'll do it.
And then David Spade was like, hey, wait, I signed the contract because I thought Adam Sandler was going to be on this.
And of course, Nick Swartzen doesn't. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do anything.
He's like, I need money.
he's the best person in that movie.
He is pretty gay as I think Howie.
Did you just call him gay?
Great.
Oh,
pretty great. Named Howie. I think his name was Howie.
You can't just call albino people gay.
I think John Lovitz is pretty good in it too.
John Lovitz is pretty good in that as well. Speaking of all of these characters in Adam Sandler, have you watched Happy Gilmore 2?
Yes, we did watch it first day.
Critically acclaimed?
I'm not going to go. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I don't think it was good as the first, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah, well, if you're comparing it to the original, it's going to be tough to beat because it came out at such a pivotal time in our lives. It's had 30 years to grow on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I think the thing I love the most about it is they kept that same aura about it, like that childish humor. It's a little bit more mature, but not by much. The fact that they just offed his wife right away was hilarious to me.
That I do feel like they did do a good job of continuing the story, and instead of just like complete like doing the exact same thing.
Agreed. Yeah. I do think the villain was a little shitty. I think a little bit more writing could have gone into that. However, I also like the fact that it wasn't perfectly thought out and it wasn't like super perfect, because it's an Adam Sandler movie. It's supposed to be just outrageous. Like, you don't want the villain to be super
Mm-hmm.
realist. I mean, I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'd give it a solid, probably B plus.
I think the only thing I would have preferred not was there. I felt like there were too many big names that didn't need to be in it.
I think that's kind of the charm behind it, where Adam Sandler's like, I am a billionaire. I'll just, anybody who I want to work with, I'll just bring on. So like bringing on Eminem and stuff, he probably had
Yeah,
to shell out so much money, but he's like, what am I going to do with billions of dollars? I can't
it's
even,
true.
I can't even spend money on clothes.
Just his wardrobe outfits are just fantastic.
Yeah, I love him. I'm like, that is how you be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Do your own thing until you're successful at it. Bring your boys along, bring your family along, and for fuck's sake, he made 2 Hubie Halloweens. Like, that's a guy who's legitimately just doing anything he wants.
That's true. He is living his best life, and
It's
like
pretty cool.
it's yeah, just hanging out with your buds. Most of the time, going to some great location.
Agreed. Also, I was thinking about this too. Is he the last remaining like main character of that genre from those years? Like, Jim Carrey's not doing it anymore. Obviously, Chris Farley, rest in peace. David Spade doesn't really make those movies anymore. Like,
No.
is he the last pantheon of comedic actors from that era?
Ooh, that is a good point. I'm trying to
And I'm
think.
talking about people who can release movies and make like money from them, do
Hmm.
well, do those things, and not just completely bomb.
I'm trying to think of the last David Spade movie that wasn't Sandler attached.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be the leading, the main character of a comedy film.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
trying
know.
to honestly well, the hard part too is there really aren't these films anymore.
It's true. He's kind of the only one keeping him alive.
Yeah, Netflix is luckily letting him keep doing that because I know people are they'll still make money no matter what.
Oh yeah, but I
Um,
think the same thing. If Jim Carrey came back and did an Ace Ventura esque type movie, I think it would be a huge hit.
oh yeah, 100%.
You know, it's
I
just that
guess
he doesn't do it.
I love how he retired and he's like, I'm only gonna do projects like that I'm really think are gonna be art and are like I'm invested in and it's gonna like really take a special film and like the right script to get me out of retirement. And then Sonic the Hedgehog.
Three of them. Did I tell you I watched all 3 of them on the flight home from Munich?
No, you didn't.
I watched back to back to back Sonic the
That
Hedgehog.
is like the perfect kind of film to watch on a plane because it can't be something too serious. You're watching
Mhm.
it on a like 5x7 screen at the
Yep.
most. And it's got to be something also that you're like, oh, if people look over and like, I can't have like awkward boob scenes in it. So it's
That's
got to
true.
be,
I've made that mistake before.
yeah, just
I turned on Pornhub.
you're like, how did you get Pornhub on this?
I cracked the code. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
VPN.
So how was it back to back to back? Is that the way people should watch it?
I will say this with an extremely huge grain of salt. When you're watching movies on a plane, science shows, studies show that you're actually more emotional. Like you're a little bit more easy to like
Well, the
sway one way or
altitude.
the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
So I will be 100% honest with you. I think it's a fantastic franchise.
I've only seen the first one and I did enjoy it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I always Sonic the Hedgehog was. I had a little handheld Sega back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That and Earthworm Jim were the 2 games
Yeah.
that I played all the time. And I'm not a huge video game guy, but Sonic the Hedgehog was always my number one. So it was kind of cool to have the nostalgia of it. I thought the story progresses pretty well,
Yeah.
and it's based on a video game, so you can kind of just do whatever you want. Like they didn't stick true to the story. It's like I mean, it's a video game. You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want with it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah. No, I haven't, yeah, because is the second or third one with the red guy?
Tails.
No, Tails is the fox.
Oh, that's right. The other Sonic, the red Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was because I was on a plane and I was
Just all
hammered.
blended together.
Yeah, I was hammered on the plane and fighting a sickness and 14 days of drinking. But
Yeah.
that character was cool.
Yeah, and Jim Carrey looks hilarious in all of it. So,
And I like that he still isn't afraid to overact a little bit.
mhm.
Like how weird would that movie franchise had been if he would have come in like, I'm taking this very seriously. Like, because he was always a method actor.
Yeah,
If he was a method actor for that and was just a fucking nightmare to work with on those sets, like half the things here aren't even actually happening around you. It's all CGI.
it's
That'd be
just like
so
James
funny.
Marsden being like, "What's up, man? We're talking to a stick that's supposed to be a mutant hedgehog."
Yeah. Why are you being such an asshole?
I like had a weird thought with like hedgehogs. Like I think of them as just being like pets that you get at a pet store, but they're like wild animals technically. Like in Germany and like Turkey area of Europe, like there are just wild hedgehogs, and like I don't know why that took my mind like so much to wrap around, being like, oh, these are technically wild animals.
It took me far too long to realize that hedgehogs are not just little porcupines. I thought they were like the same thing.
Just baby like porcupine.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
like-
Joey is a baby kangaroo, and then it's a kangaroo when it's an adult.
That's what you thought with hedgehogs.
Yeah,
Also, weird name, hedgehog.
yeah. I don't even think they live in the hedge.
I think it's they're not hog-like though. They're not like a.
Hunt
Have
them
you
for- No.
ever got to like hold a hedgehog?
No, I've never actually seen one in person.
Oh yeah, one of my law school classmates, she had a hedgehog and like brought this school one.
You
day.
guys still did show and tell in college?
Well, yeah, you're just real sad, and someone brings a hedgehog, you get pretty excited, man.
That's a really good point. That's like a morale booster right there.
Mhm.
And then you set up like a series of coins and have them go and like knock them down and collect them.
And then I hit him, and all those rings come.
Yeah.
It is a weird pet, though. Like, not a lot of people like have. It's like an extreme hamster.
The X Games version.
It's got spikes, man.
That's true. That's true.
It's also like a weird pet, like to think of like someone owning or like a thing you could buy at a pet store. I don't know if you can still.
Are
buy
they
that.
available? I was gonna say I don't know.
I don't think
I've
anymore.
never seen one.
Think about it. It used to be viable to buy like chinchillas at Petco.
That's true. I actually knew a guy with chinchillas. He had too many chinchillas.
Was he making a coat?
That's what I said.
101 Dalmatian in it.
He talked about him for a good chunk of time, and then I never heard about him again. So I don't know.
What are like? Are they rodents?
I mean, I thought a hedgehog and a porcupine were the
That's
same
true.
thing,
That's
so
true.
I don't know if you should ask me that.
Yeah, I just know they're very soft.
Yeah, they have, and you can't get them wet, so they have to bathe in
with, like, dirt.
volcanic ash or something.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Like
And-
what a princess pet to have. Like, oh, we have to be careful. We can't even get a drop of water. I was like, I don't want to have to worry about a pet that much. That's crazy.
No, well, you don't want to worry about a pet at all.
That's very true. I don't really want to worry about one anyways.
Yeah, it's chinchillas. They're I don't know. I feel like it's illegal to own them now, but
Probably. I'm sure because people were just not properly taking care of them.
well, yeah, they're probably not. They seem like they would be difficult. Like I don't even know where a chinchilla is from. Probably
Yeah,
South America, based on the name. But
maybe, but it's not. It's two L's, but it's not a Y sound.
ooh,
Didn't think about
Good
that,
point.
did you?
Good point.
Otherwise, it'd be chinchilla. That's just how it actually is supposed to be pronounced.
I think I got that from Taco Bell last night.
Yeah. With an ice cold Baja Blast, baby. I'll take the Gordita Chinchilla Crunch. Yeah, fire sauce, please.
Oh man,
Now that's a good bit.
that was a good bit.
I haven't been to Taco Bell since being back in America either.
Oh,
I'm craving it.
I had it this weekend.
You were drinking in our last episode. I didn't want to call it out, but you were drinking.
Oh, I guess that was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to
The
back.
deal's too good. Using the app, you get too good of deals.
I know. We haven't used the app for so long. I feel like we're losing status here.
You might be.
We're able to use the lounge.
The free items run out. They have an expiration date on them.
Got to build it back up. I feel the same way about Taco Bell as I do smoking. Like, I wish I looked cooler doing it than I do.
It's at least you can make it healthier than it's one of the healthier fast food places that you can like.
I don't know, because none of that shit is like real food, though. Like, are you talking calorie wise, or are you talking?
Yeah, just pure calorie wise.
Yeah, calorie wise, I'll give you that because you can get like a bean burrito, and it's just bean paste in a tortilla. That's not too many calories.
No.
But as far as like healthy goes, I'd say anything that has real food. Chipotle, probably one of the healthier ones. Wendy's, honestly, is fairly healthy because it's real beef.
That's true. It is funny though. For me, there are times where it's like I do prefer like very high, and then sometimes I'm like I'm literally just eating so I don't die.
Yeah. You're a foodie when the time calls for it. Other than that, you're just trying to get some sustenance before you pass out.
Yeah, usually like for lunch, that's where like especially on work days for lunch, I'm usually like I'm trying to eat quickly, like because I usually don't take like a full lunch, so I can get out of work earlier.
Yeah,
and so like if there was like a equivalent of human dog food,
just some kibble, just popping them like dry Cocoa Puffs.
I feel like what is the thing? Is it Huel, Huel? It's like it's a sponsor for like a lot of stuff, but I think that it is essentially that. It's just like here's your human chow.
Did they name it Huel because it's very close to gruel, and that's essentially all it is? It's just like quick mush that you can take on the go.
Let's see.
Sponsor the podcast, Huel. Come on now, we're shouting you out for free, bitch. Maybe I shouldn't call him a bitch if I want him to sponsor us, but I don't know how to do business.
Nutritionally complete powdered meals.
Oh, God. All right, don't sponsor the podcast. Could you imagine getting that shipped to your door for free? Woof.
It sounds exactly what I'm talking about, though.
Like space food, like astronaut food.
They have, Essential. It's the most affordable complete meal.
What?
I think essentially it's a protein shake.
That's okay, if it's a protein shake, that's fine. But it's like, what is happening to this country? You're replacing meals with powder generated in a factory. Just have a goddamn chicken breast.
It honestly just looks like it's a protein shake.
Okay, well, I can't say anything about that because I was drinking one of those on the podcast the other day.
You were? I almost called you out on it too.
I'm trying to get strong. I'm definitely getting stronger.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Flex it, baby.
Oh no! Here, okay. This is more what I was thinking. They have hot and savory cups.
Hot and savory, like cup of noodles.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. They got pasta bolognese, Korean barbecue noodles, Thai noodles, Szechuan.
Ooh.
Japanese
I'd much rather just
noodles.
have real Thai noodles, though.
Yeah, but this one has it's in a to-go cup.
Yeah, but it's mobile, dude. I just put it in a bag. It's always mobile.
But would you eat it while driving?
Just like dump it.
Just noodles everywhere.
It's in a little plastic shopping bag, and I poke one little hole and just have it above me. So while I'm driving, I'm just slurping on it.
Well, let me tell you, Thai curry does stain horribly.
It does. I know that for a fact. I've had to throw out a couple of Tupperwares for that.
Oh no, this was during COVID and we were living with Abby's mom for a little bit. I accidentally dropped a plate on like the kitchen like mat or rug, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We had to throw it out because
Oh man,
it wouldn't.
it ain't going back. There's not enough bleach in the world for that.
Yeah, it was a white rug, so I feel like it's more on them than on me for having a white mat in the kitchen.
Did not tie the room together, dude.
It did not. It especially with Thai curry on it.
Then, you could have called it a tie-dyed rug.
Oh, god damn, that's good. That's a good one.
Ding, 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 ding. There we go. We're back, baby.
But the smell.
You haven't thought about the smell, you bitch.
It's like greasy rug.
Oh, just slippery. Why does it smell like lemongrass in here? Classic. This podcast is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't like that hesitation. So how much fun we have on this podcast, there's got to be something that you dislike or wish you could change about it.
I would say out of anything, it's with guests. I absolutely love having guests and meeting and learning new people. But sometimes, because we usually do them on Sundays on the weekend, where like I'm right in the middle of something and then I get like the 10-minute alert. I'm like, oh shit, I need to go do this.
Yeah.
And so, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta like figure out a stopping point very quickly so I can. So I would say that would be my only issue sometimes is like me forgetting, but also it like not flexible sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trying to prioritize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, especially because it's supposed to be like a fun hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel that. I would say the one thing that I would change, or the thing that I don't like about it, is it's remote. And realistically, there's nothing that I would rather do than sit in a small, tiny room with you and do this podcast while I can trap you with my farts. That's my biggest complaint about this podcast.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I can fart and it doesn't do anything. Like, I don't, I would be farting into the mic if you were here.
Well, and now, you know, science is saying, you know, I'd live 7 years longer if we weren't doing this remote.
God damn it. That's a ding, ding, ding for you, baby. That was good. Woo! We're back, baby. Got to readjust for that one. That was not
an masturbating dog killers on the loose. The people are worried, but the dogs are happy. Or the people are scared, but the dogs are happy.
You fucked it up.
I did.
Exit gracefully. Go out on a high.
Oh man,
we did the obligatory 30 minutes. We could have ended it there, but can't end on a swing and a miss.
That was a bad.
That was not the answer that I was expecting from you. I figured there'd be something about, I don't know. I wasn't expecting the timing of it to happen.
Like an actual serious answer, or
I don't know. Yeah, like I guess I wasn't expecting a serious answer from you.
Expect the unexpected, bitch.
Expecto Patronum.
Also, and you're thinking with my gut health that my farts wouldn't be stinkier than yours?
I think that's the thing, man. I think it'd be really interesting. I think it'd be quite the versus.
It would just have to be like a room that would have to be quarantined after a few.
Dude, you can't enter it. We'd have to do it in a hazmat at some point.
We're just doing with like N95 mask.
Yeah, it would have to. We'd have to build one of those. We just watched the new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, how is it?
I loved it.
Okay.
But you know, in all those science movies, before you enter the lab, you have to go through the decontamination zone.
Yeah.
We'd have to have something like that, so that way, in order to exit or enter, you have to go through the decontamination, but it keeps the stink in the actual room. So that way, it just builds and builds and builds and builds, and we got to see how long we can do the podcast without ever airing out the room.
It's just like nothing can live in it kind of.
That's how you bring back the dinosaurs.
I'm now just imagining I'm wearing like a plague-esque mask, but instead of cloves, it's just full of the Thai smelling stuff.
Yes. Oh my God. Hold on. Where is that?
Yeah, you haven't been doing that. You can do that. That's
a cheat code, though.
Does it still have the smell? How long is that good for?
It's still good. I've still been sniffing it at work.
I wasn't sure how many, like, after you opened it, how long you had of like good sniffs.
Yeah, it's definitely not as pungent anymore.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, you could hold it here, but now you gotta really get your schnoz in there.
Did your mom growing up ever like?
Don't talk about my fucking mom, dude.
We talk about your mom all the time.
What'd you say?
Have potpourri.
Some kind of soup. Shout out the Grinch. Love that movie. Potpourri, isn't that the shit that you put out for the holidays?
No, you can just always kind of have it out. It just smells good.
No, I think the only time we ever had it that I remember is for holidays.
Oh, I think
it was like a cinnamon one or something.
No, my mom always had just like a bowl of it out in like the fancy room we weren't supposed to go into.
What? Okay, what is the deal with rooms in a house that you're not allowed to be in?
Like as a kid, I get it because I probably always just had like mud on my hands.
Why?
I was just always out in the dirt. I got I was at a lot of grass stains, you know.
I just had mud on my hands. Was not what I expected.
I do kind of get it now with our house of like it's not like we aren't allowed to go in the room, but it's more of like we don't go in that room that much.
Which room?
So it's like
the haunted one.
No, it's our. I guess we do go in it. We just never sit in there. It's our like I don't know. I would call it like a living room or sitting room. But it's like we have to walk through it because that's where our staircase to go upstairs is.
You just wave at it every day, like hi.
Like I never like. There's a couch and a love seat in there, and I never really sit on those.
Is there a TV in there?
There is, but we don't really watch it in there. We're actually thinking about taking down the TV because we don't use it so much and switching around TVs. No, we'll find a place for a TV.
Yeah.
We'll be a rotation of like because it's a fairly nice TV. So we're thinking about that one goes in our bedroom. The TV in our bedroom will go into our basement gym, and then we're trying to figure out what to do with that TV.
You know what I've always wanted to do ever since I was a kid? I've always thought it'd be so cool to have a TV in the bathroom.
That would be that is kind of a thing. Like I definitely thought about that as a kid.
Yeah, like how cool would it be to do your whole routine, shit, shower, shave, brush your teeth. Meanwhile, you got this nice flat screen.
I think it was a lot cooler before smartphones and like tablets were a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I do know someone who has a very nice like sports bar basement, and so in the bathroom they have a urinal, and above the urinal is a TV. So like you're never missing the game.
That's a good idea.
Like sports.
I want to do that, but for like movies. That way you can, because movies are fucking 4 hours now. I want to be able to get up and go to the bathroom, but I don't want to pause it and miss anything.
Yeah.
So then you can just walk and do that. I think I might look into that.
TVs are like you can probably get like a small TV for like $50 now. Like
Yeah.
one you would want in the bathroom.
Although I think people would be weirded out to be like, why is there just a screen in the bathroom? What are you doing?
What's the red light blinking for? And it says you are being recorded.
Yeah, it's a two-way mirror.
Actually, it'd be funny if it was just like a shitty old iPad taped to the wall.
And it doesn't actually play what's in there. You're like, oh, so you don't miss anything. And they're like, oh, cool. And then it doesn't play what you're watching.
It's just like crack TV or whatever is just playing at like insert any non like franchise restaurant that just
fucking Boomerang TV. It's just old Tom and Jerry cartoons.
Me TV. It's just old westerns.
Yeah, dude, I Love Lucy would be cool though. Shout out, I Love Lucy.
Dude, I do really enjoy going on a tangent now. We're
Get
all caught
tangential,
up
baby.
with the new Always Sunny.
Yes.
Caitlin Olsen, I think, is almost comedic level with Lucille Ball.
I would not disagree with that.
Physical comedy wise.
Yeah, and I mean just
Yeah.
timing wise, she's phenomenal. I think she is probably. Yeah, I think she's probably this generation's Lucille Ball. This generation's like female comedic genius, actor-wise.
Yeah, she is so hilarious in every role she does.
High Potential is. I cannot wait for the new season of High Potential.
Yeah, I was a little. I think we probably talked about it. It being an ABC show, I was like, I hope they don't tame her down too much. And like,
they did. They
did
tamed her, but in a good way because now it's easier to believe that she's not Dee Reynolds.
Yes, I would say because did you watch The Mick with her?
I did. Is it 2 seasons or 3?
I think it might only be 2.
Okay, yeah, I think I watched the first season.
That one was a little too close to being Dee.
I agree. It kind of threw me off a little bit to where I didn't know if I wanted to keep watching it, but I do want to go back and give it another shot.
It was pretty good. Me and Abby, I was kind of shocked it got canceled, but
yeah, no, she's great. Yeah, shout out to the Sunny Boys for letting her shine too.
Yeah, for like giving her really good parts to shine in, and
not because I think in the first season she obviously was still very funny, but she was kind of the more rational, more reserved. Like, oh, what the hell, dude? She was always like that. And now just she is the mastermind behind a lot of the chaos that happens.
Yes.
So I respect that.
I wonder with the first season too, because it was originally supposed to be for a different woman.
True.
If that changed it too.
Yeah. Yeah. They saw what they had and decided, actually shout out because I don't want to get shit on for this too bad, but Julia Louis-Dreyfus also deserves a huge shout out for being probably the best female comedic actress that's ever existed, honestly. Like, Caitlin Olsen's fantastic, but Julia Louis-Dreyfus is not to be fucked with. Like, I think she beats everybody.
Well, yeah, she has the hardware as well to go along with it. Just from Veep, just sweeping it every year.
And speaking of a female comedic actress who didn't let herself get typecast or let herself be brought down to be less funny or like anything like that. She went into Seinfeld and was like, you're not utilizing me the right way. Like, you have to let me do what I do. And they listened to her. And I think she might be the funniest person in Seinfeld.
Yeah, I do love Jason Alexander though.
Of course, but she's her timing is so good and crisp. But
yeah, as the years go on, Kramer gets a little less funny each time. But
it's because he said the N-word.
Isn't it funny to think if he said that nowadays, he would just be fine?
He would just be on Kill Tony.
Like, pretty much.
Him and Roseanne, sorry.
Roseanne!
Now put on the red light.
Put on the red light. There's a house in my neighborhood for Christmas who had like a red light, and so every time we drove past it, I had to, of course, sing that.
Yeah, I'd probably refer to it as a red light district if I lived
Put
there.
on the red. I love how he says you don't need to put on the red light, and then screams at her to put on the red light.
Well, that's what women like. They like mystery. Never know what he wants. I never know what he needs. Do I put on the red light? Do I not put on the red light? Also, I'm assuming, given the time of that song, she was about 16 years old. Because that's just what everybody talked about.
17.
Dude, that's what they all talked about back then. Was just hitting up 16-year-olds.
So the Epstein file.
Yeah, so how about them Epstein? What Epstein files? They never existed. Let's not get into politics. Let's talk about living with your best friends. Let's talk about that. You texted me that the other day.
I did text you that. I did have that thought this week of like, to truly know if someone's your best friend, I feel like you've had to live with them. And if you've survived, your friendship has survived that is a true test.
Yes, I agree with that. I think that it's very easy to call somebody your best friend until you've lived with them.
Yes.
I think living with them will show you whether or not it's a long-term best friend situation. Because boy, oh boy, do you learn a lot about somebody within a couple of weeks of sharing the same space with them.
Yes. Sharing everything with them.
Yeah. Yep. It's and the fact that we live with our best friends is one thing. The fact that we also live with basic strangers is a whole other thing. Like the fact that you're just, oh yeah, come on, we need help with the rent. Random guy that I've worked with for 3 weeks, go ahead and crash on my couch. That's also crazy.
It is a true test too of like where you're like, oh yes, or like, oh yeah, I think like I could live with this person, and then you feel like really quickly, like within a month, you're like, oh, this is a mistake. Yeah. I have 11 more months of this.
And which is worse? I don't know if you've done both of these things, but if you haven't, just speculate. Is it worse to be a roommate with just your best friend and no one else there? Or is it worse to live with your best friend along with several other people?
I've only done it where it was me, Daniel, and then one of our mutual friends. And then I feel bad because I feel like me and Daniel ganged up on him.
Yeah.
Because like we know each other.
That's a strong friendship though.
Yes. And in all of it, I think I was the bad roommate of I brought a cat for us to live with.
That's tough. Yeah. Bringing animals is a non-negotiable for me.
But everyone ended up loving the cat. So
okay.
Like it ended up because it was like Hobbs was a pretty cool cat.
Oh, for sure. Mine is not because I dislike it, because I would not be able to survive.
Yes. No, I wouldn't have brought if someone was allergic. It was like I got asked both of them to be like, hey, is it cool? And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like as
Mm-hmm. But which one do you think would be worse? Living by yourself with Daniel or living with other people in Daniel? Because having that X factor can be extra challenging.
I think having another person
is worse.
Would be worse.
I would agree with that.
Because I know me and him vibe so well, and then introducing like a third person who maybe doesn't get along as well, and then probably has some resentment because of it.
Yeah. Yep, I would agree with that. Yeah, because one of the things that happens when it's you and your best friend and additional people is those additional people will bring out a side of your best friend that you have not seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Give it whether it's positive or negative. There's a lot of things that happen among a group of guys that you were not expecting to happen.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was just you and them, you could sit down and have a rational conversation as best friends.
That's true.
But you can't do that in a house full of guys.
It's also hard in the aspect of like, I'm trying to think of all the people I've lived with. Like, yeah, moving in with almost complete strangers is a weird vibe.
Yep, I've done that too, and I'm like, what was I thinking?
Or like, I've also been the part of it where I'm going to say the third wheel, where it was two, and I just kind of got randomly thrown into this place because I just needed somewhere to live, and it was like last minute kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it ended up being okay, I think.
That's good. You're like, is it cool if I bring my cat? They're like, what the fuck?
And,
we don't even know you. The cat can stay. You got to get out.
Stay. That was an interesting. It was my first year of law school. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
And because I knew one guy, and then his like best friend moved in, and I think I ended up being more friends with the person I didn't know at the end of it.
That's good. I mean, first impression plus being able to double down on the way that you introduce yourself probably helped.
Yeah.
Like, it helps that you weren't trying to, I don't know. It helps when you can just be yourself, and if it vibes, it vibes. I think a lot of times people try to put on airs at first when they live with somebody. Or you could be like the guys that I lived with and never put on airs and never clean and never do anything, and then be like, what the fuck's your problem? Why are you so mad at me all the time?
It's funny to think about. We both lived with He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Mm-hmm.
At one point or another. You definitely lived with him much longer. Mine was like a blip. It was only for like
was he your final roommate?
No, not. He was like technically one of my first.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe he's everybody's final roommate.
No, no, he was like one of the, because it was junior year of college, so fairly into it.
Out of everybody that I've lived with, and it's a lot of people, he is by far the best roommate I've had.
Yeah.
By far.
It was
as
like
much as it pains me to say that.
It was a weird time in that house. That was, it was definitely a situation, me and him against our other roommate, because he was slowly going into schizophrenia. So. I
do remember that. That was probably the most wild roommate situation I've ever heard of.
Yeah. And I do feel bad. That's when I like noped out to Europe too.
Yeah. You're like, see ya, Keegan, have fun. Oh, wait, cut that. Don't say his name.
Well, yep. I guess, delete so you can find it.
Yeah. But yeah,
I did bring the cat with me.
Hey, at least I'm taking the cat with me. You just got to deal with one psycho instead of two.
No, we Hobbs had to be like. I was about to say something kind of offensive, but
do it.
No, Hobbs had to be like taken away for his safety. He had to be like smuggled out of the house for his own safety.
Oh, because he wasn't a cat to that person? It was like a demon or something?
Yep.
I know how that goes. Especially because at nighttime, cats are kind of demons.
Well, the eyes and like...
They're terrifying. They slink around.
Mm-hmm. They're very quiet.
Yeah, dude. Freak me out.
And so, yeah, we had to but me and Keegan were definitely fairly... Got it. He Who Shall Not Be Named and I were not the best at doing dishes, I remember.
See, it's okay if it's mutual.
Yeah.
This is the thing about living with people. If I'm dirty and you're dirty, it's fine. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to take the initiative to clean it, and neither
Two negatives make a positive, baby.
Yeah, that's fine.
Science
you can live in that
says
way. Study shows if you have two dirty people in a house, you're 7 times more likely to not kill each other. You know, but I'm a fairly clean person, so it drives me absolutely crazy.
With that house, it was forever unclean. Like it just wasn't going to get cleaned. But when we moved in, it wasn't cleaned kind of place. It was
right. And you're like, it's a piece of shit. Why would I keep up on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you remember the most, I don't want to say unhinged or crazy thing because it's too broad. But when I was living with people, there was always something that was just, what is the word for it? When some like unnecessary or blown completely out of proportion, or somebody was doing something that was just totally like, what are we doing here? Like unreasonable, I guess is my question. Do you remember there being one situation with any of your roommates that was just completely unreasonable?
Yes.
What was it?
He ended up breaking a door frame.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because he was
What
so
was the
drunk.
Oh, he was drunk.
And I wasn't home.
Yeah.
So I came home and like we had people over because it was like a Husker game day situation. And I just came home and they're like, yeah, such and such broke his door frame.
Just like, was it out of anger or just that drunk?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And so
Mad that the Huskers lost.
I don't even think it was that related to that. It was just like a weird, like it is like, imagine like some shit went down and you walk in like 15 minutes later to a full house and you're like, oh, hey guys. And everyone's like, hey, we need something to tell you.
Yeah, I remember those days where you're like, you just missed the action.
And you're thankful you did, but also you're like, oh, now I gotta deal with this.
Yeah. Yep. I remember those days. I would say the most unreasonable situation that I ever experienced, like blown completely out of proportion. We were living in that house. It was me and like 4 or 5 other guys. And wait, what?
I'm not remembering this.
I would give you the location of it, but for the life of me, it was the house by Skate Days or whatever.
Oh, in
by
Millard.
Like the big Walmart in Millard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now by the bowling alley.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So okay, I was living with all those guys.
I don't think I was there very often.
No, I don't think so. But you know the guys, like
yeah.
Too many guys
for how small that house was.
Yeah, at too young of an age with too high of egos and testosterone to be living together.
I'm surprised someone rented you a house in that location.
Well, that turned into a whole legal fiasco too, but
I've been on the like where after I left there ended up being legal fiascos.
Yeah, it was a travesty, let's just say that. But yeah, the most unreasonable situation that I've ever experienced that was so hilarious was, long story short, one of the 7 of us ended up not locking the front door overnight. Like somebody probably just came in drunk and just didn't lock the door.
Yeah.
And it was discovered the next morning that the door had just been unlocked, but nothing happened. It was just the door was unlocked.
You were all people were home, right? It's not like
there was like 7 dudes in there. I'm like, if somebody wants to break in, have fun. You're gonna trip over like all the pizza boxes and shit.
Yeah.
That was a huge pet peeve of mine, was the cleanliness of that house, but don't have time for that. Anyways, it was discovered the next morning that the door was left unlocked overnight. One of the people that we lived with absolutely lost their mind, decided that it's way too irresponsible to do something like that. I mean, my TV that I brought is out in the living room. My PlayStation is in here. Yeah. All this stuff, blah, blah, blah. All like throwing a fit around all of us. And he like, after a while, just takes the TV, takes the PlayStation, goes into his room, locks it all up, and is like, nobody gets to use any of my stuff anymore because you guys can't lock the door. It's just so irresponsible. And so I was like, this is actually hilarious to me because I didn't leave it unlocked, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't play video games. I like have shit in my room or whatever. But just because I'm a piece of shit, I decided to go grab one of the numerous moving boxes that was still in the house. And I taped it together to make a square.
Yeah.
And I just drew pictures of SpongeBob jellyfishing and I just put that where the TV was, and I was like, I don't even need your stupid fucking TV. I got one right here. And then every time that person would walk through the living room, I would just be sitting there watching SpongeBob on the cardboard box. Eventually, after a couple of weeks, that person no longer lived there, and moved out without paying rent and without making amends on anything. But yeah,
I was very fortunate. I never had a roommate who didn't pay rent.
Yeah,
I was very, very lucky because I moved a lot.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was never. There were a few places like where I definitely wasn't on the lease.
Or no, it wasn't that the rent wasn't paid. It was that he was trying to demand his portion of the down payment back.
Oh.
And I was like,
we don't have that yet.
Yeah, I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
You're moving out because somebody left the door unlocked one time. So that was the most irrational. That's the word, irrational. That's what I was trying to think of. That was the most irrational thing that I think.
Turns out it was him the whole
time. Yeah. So that
got so drunk he didn't realize it.
I mean, yeah, just absolute.
I feel like with one of the houses I lived, I don't think the door was ever locked because
I was like, we live in Millard,
or like someone was always home.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. There was 6 or 7 of us living in that house. The door never closed. It was always.
Bedrooms? Were you guys like sharing bedrooms or what?
I think it was a 5-bedroom. So there had to have been 5 of us living there, but then we always had people crashing on the couches and shit. So at any given time, there was no less than 2 or 3 people in that house at any given time.
What do you think is the funniest like someone who had a crash on your couch for an extended period of time?
Definitely the guy who worked with me at Chipotle, who was, I would say at the time, probably in his late 40s, and was applying to be a mailman. Like he was going to the classes and stuff to get certified to be a mailman. And that's all he talked about. He's like, dude, I just gotta pass this, get a government job. Everything's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And like looking at him, I should have realized that there were problems.
Yeah.
Because he was like 5'6", 5'5", maybe 110 pounds. And he had like 0 teeth in his head. Needless to say, he ended up needing a place to live out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy seems to have his head on straight. He's trying to become a mailman. Like that's you have to go through like the government process to get that job, right?
They're kind of hard jobs to get, I believe.
It's really hard to get. And because of that, he didn't get it. Because he was on meth.
How long was he there for?
I want to say like 3 months.
He slept on your couch for 3 months?
Yeah.
Did he pay rent at all, or was it just...
No, but to his credit, he always was like having jobs and shit. You know, like he only slept there. He wasn't like hanging around or anything. Like he was at least respectful in the fact that he wasn't like being a burden or anything.
Yeah, it's because he wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, he was just out doing meth and trying to become a mailman. But that was the wildest, like, yeah, I shouldn't let strangers live with me moment.
Mine isn't as funny now that you said that.
It wasn't funny.
The one of the houses I lived in, guy's cousin from Nebraska City, try not to share too much, but his cousin got a DUI in Lincoln and he either had to go to jail or be on house arrest, but he had to be in house arrest in Lincoln.
Oh.
So he was house arrest on our couch for a month.
No, that's terrible.
While I'm in law school.
You're essentially the jail cell for this guy.
He had the ankle monitor. We had like this whole, like, I'm not sure if you've ever seen like someone on house arrest or been around them. Like, but yeah, it's like a whole system, like where the fucking like parole officer has to come to your house and shit.
Yeah, they got to piss test you and all that stuff. I have a couple of different stories. I feel like we could talk about this forever. Another situation where somebody stayed with me for much too long was my last ex-girlfriend before Abby. Again, worked with her at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Ended up going like we ended
This
up
episode
going
is
out.
sponsored by Chipotle, as this is the third time you've said.
Yeah. God, I wish. Could you imagine free burritos? Oh my gosh.
Add to the fart chamber.
Yeah, get on over here, baby.
Chipotle and protein shakes. Sponsored by Chipotle and Huel. Smells brought to you by
Damien's butthole. But yeah, so we ended up starting to date, and after probably like 2 or 3 months, it became apparent to everyone but me that she was clearly dating me for a place to live, because she was living with her like her uncle-in-law or something. Like they were somehow mildly related, but not
distance
really
enough where it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and like she didn't have any family here because she's originally from out of the country.
Oh,
and so like that was the only person she had to live with. And so we started dating, and then all of a sudden all of her stuff's at the house. She's like never leaving. All this, and like yeah, it was a very, very toxic relationship, but it took me about 6.5 months to realize what was happening and to finally like put her shit out on the street and kick her out.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't leave. She also, the first night that she stayed with me, actually ended up sleeping with that guy who I just told the story about moving their TV out from the living room. Yeah. So that was probably the dumbest situation where somebody stayed with me way too long on my own accord.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also been the couch crasher, so I'm not talking shit about any of this. I'm just regaling stories here.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever been the one that didn't have a place to stay for the most part.
Oh yeah, that was me for quite some time in high school.
Yeah, no. Luckily with my parents, like no matter what, my parents would take me in, which is amazing. So
yeah, it's not that my mom wouldn't take me in, it's that I couldn't stay there with all the cats.
Oh yeah.
So I had to find my own way sometimes.
Yeah. They pick the cats over TV.
Yep. Grew up with too many cats in the house for somebody who is so allergic.
Just take pills, man.
They don't work when you're surrounded by them.
That's true.
But
you need the hazmat suits from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
You're a bubble boy in your own home.
Yes.
You put it on to go into your home.
All right, I'm coming in. And then the cats bite it and pop all the bubbles. Damn it.
You just surround yourself with bubble wrap.
What,
this is my bubble suit.
You get injured a lot? No, I'm just deathly allergic to these cats.
You're trying to snorkel and...
What? It's just sucking in the dander and the hair that's floating around.
No, you shoved it full of dryer sheets.
I'm boofing the air in my house.
It's filtered, man.
Oh, brought to you by Downy Dryer Sheets. All right, everybody.
That's not going to give you
cancer. That and tobacco. I should roll my cigs in those.
Cigarette filters made of Downy.
Oh, that's going to smell good and taste good. All right, everybody. This has gone on long enough. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, bye.